Hi guys, welcome to March favorites. I have a few different things to show you this month. First, just want to say a really quick thank you to everybody who has made comments about my hair. I did just get it highlighted again a week or so ago. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so nice. You totally make my day. I am liking it a little bit lighter now. And my stylist did tell me the more I get it highlighted, it will kind of take care of some of the, I don't know, the brassiness and the weird underneath shade that I was seeing, because I only do get a partial highlight. But anyway, and thank you guys so much for the really nice comments on my latest Instagram picture when I said I was going to a wedding. I haven't been taking many outfit of the day pictures because it's been cold here and my outfits have been pretty boring. And then when I tried to get like a full length of the dress and everything, it didn't turn out real well. But anyway, you guys were so nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try out this lighting. I turned this lamp on just because I feel like sometimes with the window, it's like if I don't have the blinds just right, it seems like it's weird lighting coming in this way. We'll try this one and see how it works. So I'm going to start out with a clothing item. I have one clothing item, and these are a pair of yoga pants that I bought at Target a month or more ago, and I absolutely love them. I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time finding good yoga pants that are flattering, you know, cute, and not too long. A lot of them are like really long. I'm 5'5". These fit me perfectly. I've actually saved the tag in case I wanted to talk about them or to buy another pair. They're semi-fitted, which I think helps because then they're a little bit slimmer, like in the hip and the thigh. Not, you know, real snug. But they're the Champion, the C9 by Champion at Target. Active Performance says semi-fitted, so that's what the front of the tag looks like. And then back is, let's see, it says body skimming fit through hips and thighs. So this is what it looks like. I know it doesn't tell you a whole lot. That's the price. I actually got mine on sale, I think. I wear a medium, which is typical for me. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you these, but they have, you know, the regular tie, and I know black doesn't always show up that well either, but I'll try to put a link to them from the Target website. That'll probably help you. It does have like a little bit different material here on the side. And again, I know you're probably not going to be able to tell because they're black, but here they are. I'll put the link. Hopefully I can find them. But they are super soft, and what I like is they're kind of thin. I feel like with yoga pants, you either get them paper thin or they're like way too heavy. These are great for like spring and summer, because sometimes I just like to throw these on with like a t-shirt or something, but yet because they're slightly fitted, they don't look sloppy like I'm wearing sweatpants, and I don't mind, you know, wearing them out. So anyway, love those. Wanted to tell you guys about those. The next thing I am so happy I got, it's one of those, again, spur of the moment. QVC sucked me in like it does a lot of us, but I'm telling you, this thing is fantastic and you need one of these, especially with summer coming up and it's been really dry and cold most places. This is the Micro Pedi. Some of you may have seen this. I got it in the pretty aqua color. It comes in about, I don't know, several different colors. It was really affordable. Basically like a battery powered emery board for your feet, you know. I have the one that I use in the shower with a handle, like a pumice stone, that, you know, but your feet need to be wet. And sometimes I just don't want to take the time to like either soak my feet in the tub and do like a full on pedicure. I mean, I'm really lazy like that. But I like to take good care of my feet, and I like them to look nice in sandals. What is great about this is, especially for vacation, I mainly bought this for vacation purposes, because when you're walking around a lot, sometimes your feet tend to get more dry when you're in flip-flops and sandals, and this is great to just keep your heels and stuff in check so they don't look gross, because sometimes it seems like no matter how much lotion you put on, they can just still be dry. So anyway, it comes with a little cover. You turn it on, that spins, which is really cool. I mean, this sucker works. It is crazy. And my feet felt really soft after I used it. It comes with an extra roller in it, which is awesome. And then you can also buy another like 2-pack from QVC. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about this. I love it. Again, I'll put the link for it below so you can find it. I highly recommend this. Really love it. Okay, I have a self-tanner that I absolutely love. I just started self-tanning again not long ago. I'd been trying to put it off as long as possible, and it had still been cold here, so it's kind of like, what's the use? I had tried something by this brand years ago and I didn't like it, but I think it was because it was a different formula. It might have even been in a spray. This is the Banana Boat Summer Color Self-Tanning Lotion, and it is the deep dark color. It says self-adjusting color for natural looking tan, streak-free for all skin tones. So that's what it looks like, and it's a lotion. So you can see it has like a little bit of tint there. This is great. I absolutely love this. It's starting to fade right now, what I do have on. The reason why I like this is when it says streak free, it really is. Now, I think I'm pretty good at putting self-tanner on. I've been doing it for years. I've tried different types, and I kind of have a method down where I'm pretty good about it. But there's those areas that around your ankles or your feet, you sometimes will get streaky, especially if it's a clear, you know, that it doesn't have a color guide and you can't see where it's going. That's what I like about this. It's slightly tinted so you can tell where it's going. And then sometimes, you know, you'll just have that funky place that seems like it won't pick up the color or something weird like that. But this, I got no streaks. I mean, you just put it on like lotion. I could not believe it. Even around my ankles, everything. I was showing my husband like, can you believe this? I have self-tanner on. He would have never guessed. It just doesn't have that telltale sign. And also another thing is it actually is a nice tan looking color. If you are more medium to darker skin tone, I would say try like a couple applications, like put it on one day and then do it again the next day to get the deeper color you want. For me, it's just perfect because I'm still kind of pale. It wasn't orangey, it didn't streak. As far as the scent, it did have a slight scent, you know, when it starts developing that, you know, several hours later, but it wasn't like horrific at all. And I would only smell it once in a while, like if I moved a certain way. That's the only time, you know, that I could smell it. So to me, that was great. This is awesome. You can't go wrong. Okay, on to some makeup. I have fallen back in love, and I do this usually about once or twice a year. I bring this back out. I have loved it for several years. That is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. This is by far one of the best foundations in the drugstore. It just gives a really great finish. I am wearing it today. I was wearing it in that photo I took going to the wedding. It just gives a really great finish. It does have SPF 20, so you may have to worry, you know, a little bit if you're gonna have photos taken, but I really like it. The reason why I don't wear this all the time, depending on what kind of coverage I need. As I'm continuing to work on my skin more, I can wear more of a medium coverage foundation. I still need to put a lot of concealer on. Today I didn't really mess with a whole lot of concealer. But I get it in the shade 40 Nude. And what I was saying is I don't always wear this because this shade can be a tad too dark for me. But to make it work, I usually just put some bronzer around my neck and chest area to kind of even it up. It's not drastically darker, but just enough to where it's a little bit off. What I do, I've shown this many, many times, so a lot of you are probably familiar with this. This is a airless pump. I buy these on Amazon, and because this does not have a pump, and I just find the opening of this really annoying, I put it in here, and then this is excellent to travel with because it's plastic, and then you can see it going up. And then I actually put the sticker that's on the bottle so I know what's in it. So the back of the sticker just says the Neutrogena and the shade and everything. Absolutely love this. I'm so glad I started wearing it again. It just has excellent coverage, but a very natural looking coverage. Like I feel like I get just enough coverage, but I'm not too made up. I don't know, I just really like the finish of it. I found a new top coat at the drugstore. When I was looking, I've tried pretty much every top coat you can think of, you know, in the drugstore, high end. I usually kind of stay between the Out the Door and the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in the red bottle and the Revlon. But I was looking at the Sally Hansen and they had this one right next to the Insta-Dry. I don't know why they have two different kinds, but this is called Dries Instantly. It's in a white, you know, clear container where the other one's red and it says Insta-Dry. This one dries much quicker than the Insta-Dry. I really like this one. So I can basically put the top coat on one hand. By the time I am going to the next hand and, you know, finishing up, this hand will be dry to the touch. Now, I don't know about you guys, but kind of how I judge, like, if my nail polish is dry, like, I tap them together to see if they're tacky still. I like it at least to be dry to the touch. This dries very quickly. The only thing I've noticed about this, though, it doesn't feel like an extra thick formula, but I've noticed sometimes if like I bump my nail like a couple days later, not that day, a couple days later, I'll get like little hairline cracks looking in the nail polish. I've seen that before in other top coats I've used, but just something to be aware of. Like I have it now. I don't know if you can, I have it in my thumb. You're probably not going to be able to see it. I mean, they're so fine. But anyway, and if you're wondering the nail polish I have on, it's the one I took an Instagram pic, the Essie. It's a real light lavender. I'll put the name here. But anyway, really, really love this. I mean, it dries really quick. Like I said, it dries to the touch very quickly. You may still need to worry about denting it, but I really, really like this. As far as the lip combo I am wearing now, have totally been loving this lipstick and this lip gloss. This is a Rimmel lipstick from the Kate Moss collection. It has the Kate there in pink. And this is number 17. Now, I'm not sure if this is the color because of the way the wording. It may be Rosetto, I'm not sure, but it's number 17. I've looked at this several times. I've tried to be more smart about my purchases since doing my big makeup purge and researching things. So I looked at this several times and finally thought, you know what, I do want to get that. It's just a beautiful pink color. It's kind of peachy pink a little bit. Here is a good swatch of it there. I just thought it would be a really pretty, fresh spring color. Again, that is what I have on. And then I had looked at these glosses several times from Rimmel too. This is the Rimmel Stay Glossy 3D. Now this says up to 6 hour shine in a 3D effect lip gloss. I don't notice it for 6 hours, but I really do like this one. It is in the 113 Popcorn for 2, and it's the really, I think it's the lightest one they have. Again, I'm wearing that today. What I like about it is it gives like an iridescent, it totally has like almost like a bluish duochrome kind of effect. But what I like about that is it really just enhances whatever lip color you have on and gives you just that really great sheen. It reminds me a lot of how the, let's see, it reminds me a lot of how the Buxom Celeste works. You know, it just has that really great, you know, brightness to it, almost like little flecks. There it is. I'm not sure. I'm trying to move my hand here. See, yeah, do you just see that? I don't know. It's hard to explain until you see it. But to me, it's one of those, it makes every lip color just look better. You know, just kind of more pouty, reflective, very cool. Really like this. Okay, last thing. I have several of these little sizes, and what I do is use this in the morning about once a week. This is the Origins Modern Friction. It's their little Dermabrasion. I really love this. Like I said, I've had a few of these little things just from different Origins purchases, and then I think you could get like a little sample size from Sephora not too long ago. They had like a little pack. Again, like I said, I use this in the morning. What I like about this is some mornings, depending on what I'm using on my skin, whether I've exfoliated the night before or not, sometimes lately my forehead is what's been a little flaky still. So this is great, like I said, to use in the morning when I'm washing my face, and then my makeup will go on better because I'm not worrying about any little flakes. So this is really great because it's not really abrasive, but yet the beads are very, very fine. It just feels really great on the skin. Like, it doesn't take a lot of like scrubbing around, which is bad for your skin anyway. It just makes my skin feel baby soft afterwards. Absolutely love this. Man, I'm like having a hard time talking today. I'm not sure why. I think because my mind is going like 1,000 miles an hour on other things I need to think about and do. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below some of the things you're loving this month, and we'll see you next time. Bye.